Hey everybody, this is Dr. Julie Quinn, and I am going to go over the shape of a canvas shell. I'm going to toggle between this one and one that I have where I just practice that doesn't have actual real student data in it. So you can see all of the main components, and this is especially important if you're just starting to teach and you haven't had this type of view of Canvas before. So this is a course that I taught this summer. You can see here that I'm on my home page in Canvas, and on my home page I have it set up for announcements at the top, and then I have it aligned with syllabus. So once I have filled out, and once you fill out a couple of your announcements are pretty straightforward. You just can create an announcement with the topic title, your content. You can add attachments. There are some, you can select dates, like you can set these in advance. You can do all of that. Once you have a few, then you can set the announcements for your home page, or you can set something else. I set the syllabus. If you go to choose home page, I chose it as syllabus, and then under my settings, I believe it's at the bottom of settings. Let's see. Right in the settings, it says, show recent announcements on the course homepage. I always recommend that faculty upload their syllabus right into the syllabus link. I've got one here. You can just click on edit, and then you can upload a file as easy as this. You just choose your syllabus document from somewhere. I'll just pretend that it's this one. Then you can click submit, and the document is in there. Now students can click on it, or you can hover over it, and you can do what's called a link option, and previewing it in line and expanding it by default allows it to just auto open. So I'm going to take off the file that I added in there, just leave the one that I already have, and you'll see when it auto opens, my syllabus will open for students. They can of course expand this, but this syllabus they cannot change, but they can download this themselves if they want to print it out. Students are certainly welcome to. So I made the syllabus my homepage, so students, there's never going to be an excuse. If you know your students accessed Canvas, then they have seen the syllabus. Whether or not they read it deeply enough is another story, but at least you know that they've seen it. I've also set up assignments. This information under assignments that I did also have in my syllabus should match, and I'll do other videos to show you how to load assignments, but and how to set up assignments. If you haven't before, you'll notice that I have all of my assignments set up here, the main essays, there's a small group project, they could have done it individual too, and then a homework assignments, and of course my professionalism grade, which is like attendance and, you know, doing the readings ahead, engaging in that course discussion, and so on and so forth. So what's nice about that syllabus is that it repeats a lot of that important information here and reminds students the value. You just want to make sure it matches whatever you've set in your syllabus. In addition, there are some things that have due dates for this class, and it just depended on whether I attach due dates in some of those assignments. This is basically an OER course. It's a course that doesn't have a required book. This was a course that we met online, and so both in the announcements and at the top of the modules, I just embedded our Zoom link. So and students can of course click on Zoom and find it. It was a CV class, right? Where I taught it via Zoom. But this is how I set up the modules. Modules is where all of the information is conveyed to the students. So I set it up with the meeting link, and then information on their group projects, some formatting links, and then every week. This is the schedule. I do not put a schedule in my syllabus. I want my students to go to the modules, and they will see everything that is due. In addition, I have a little table that I've added, and I'm willing to help anybody set this up if they want to. A course process. It's a little table that says what's due when, and this is something that they must look at every week. Weekly readings, do it before class. Weekly Zoom meetings, meet at the time it's scheduled for. Homework, when is your homework due? Drafts, when are those due? And essay submissions, when are those due? So all of that is set up in a little file, a little table that I called course process. And it was the first thing in the first week. I've got some homework in here. I even have an overview of essay 1. I mean, this week was May 20th to the 26th. Their paper wasn't due till June 14th. It had the assignment due date on it, but I wanted them to see it early. So not only did I attach the assignment here so they would have that overview. But if we're going over it in more detail, it would basically appear in many of the weeks. And of course, the week that it's due is due June 14th, so it appears in the June 14th. So that essay link is repeated with how my modules are set up. Now, I know that the way that I set up modules are different than other faculty. Choose the style that's right for you, and remind your students that we don't move in lockstep here. You're not required to have one style of Canvas, but please put your syllabus on there. Please use the announcements, and please use the Grade Center. So here's that template that does not have any live student information in it. So I can share the screen and show you. These are all faculty members or staff members at Nova. I just want to make sure that I'm not spreading any information that would be inappropriate to put in video. You'll see here that with different assignment names, you can have different assignment values. You can have turn it in attached into each assignment. I'll have a different video for setting up an assignment and discussion board assignments. But it's really nice to use Canvas's Grade Center, and it's going to be required for faculty to do this, because what if there's an emergency and the faculty member ends up like in a car accident and they can't come back for the rest of the semester? At least we have a running total of what students have submitted and where their grades are, and we don't have to go into your home office and try to gather that information and make the process just so much harder on everybody, including the professor. One of the nice things is with Canvas in the Grade Center, you can message students who, and this is one of the most important things you can do in your use of the Grade Center. So if a student hasn't submitted an assignment or scored less than, maybe cutoff value is 70, so anybody below a 70, you could send them a quick message and it goes out to everybody at the same time. So using the Grade Center, using the inbox, and finally using your own notification settings. I have another video embedded in the last department Canvas page that shows how to train your students to update their own notifications so they can stay on top of messages and announcements. But that would be my strong recommendation is to use the Canvas Grade Center. Make sure you're going in and you're using the assignments feature, organizing it, and that it's consistent, and however you've decided to set it up. Make sure that you're in here. If you also, one of the things that I know a lot of faculty do is that they set up a discussion board with Q&A, meaning maybe they go into their modules, and in module 1, it's like questions for the professor. If you decide to do that, let's just set one up for demonstration purposes. So discussion. You just had to have a class Q&A. So in this discussion, first of all, students need to be able to see it. So always make sure your content is published. But second of all, a very easy way to subscribe is just to click this little tab right here, subscribe or unsubscribe, so that when students have questions and they post it, you're not going to be missing them. You should be getting notifications. Your own notifications will depend on your own settings. So you can go to your avatar up here. You can set your profile with a little background on you. I recommend putting your office hours in there. You can have just your little biography. You can have office hours. And I just say, look in the course syllabus, because I always want to redirect them there, but you can put it here. If you do put it here, the thing is you have to update it every semester. If you just say, check the course syllabus, it's always going to be updated in the course syllabus. But under notifications, you'll see the email that you get, the push notification, and then a secondary email. Students have this too. And in my helping your students with their notifications, I can help you with your notifications too. Always go to this screen and choose what you want emails about. And you can get an email weekly summary. I don't need due date weekly summary emails. So I don't need announcement notifications because I set up my own announcements. But for students, you can see this is my faculty email. You may want to pull the screen up and have them pull theirs up that first day of class if you have Canvas access, and tell them to turn on announcement notification, notify immediately for both emails if you've posted an announcement, and push notification in Canvas for Students app. That's what this is. right here. So if they have the app on their iPad, they'll get like a little boom notification. They can, of course, choose when to get notified when a grade has been entered. And conversations, that's like this inbox, which I'll do a separate video for. And scheduling appointments and different types of messages and alerts and all of that. So you can go in here and in discussions, a reply to something you've subscribed for, notify immediately. So having this reply for something that you have subscribed to makes a lot of sense, so you get those Q&A questions. These are just a couple of overarching notes, and if this is a video that's probably more in tune for faculty who are new to using Canvas. Maybe you taught with Blackboard or some other LMS. One final note, once you've done building it, and within 3 days of the class starting, like say your class starts on Monday, you want to have this done Friday, 5 p.m., please publish these courses. I can't tell you how many emails we get for students who have not published their class. So I hope this is a nice little refresher for those of you that haven't taught in a while or you're new to the LMS. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and to let me know, and I look forward to working with you this term.